Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. Now on Monday, the Royal Mint released a brand new 50p coin for collectors to commemorate this year's Birmingham Commonwealth Games, which will be held there later this year. For this coin, there were a whole bunch of different variants, starting with the base metal, non-coloured, brilliant uncirculating coin. Now a brilliant uncirculated coin is the similar composition that a circulating counterpart would be made of, but it's been struck to a higher quality. There are also limited numbers of the colorized brilliant uncirculating standard as well, with a flash of color on the coins in the Commonwealth Games seal. There were also privy marks put onto these coins, so there are 4 unique versions of this coin with 4 different privy marks. There were 7,500 of these coins released with the England Lion privy mark to the bottom of the coin. There were 5,000 released for Scotland, featuring at the bottom the privy mark of a thistle, the national flower of Scotland. There are also 5,000 Wales, again with a privy mark which this time is a dragon signifying Wales, being the national animal of Wales. There were also 5,000 Northern Irelands with a privy mark at the bottom which is the red hand of Ulster. Each of these individual bunk coins come in their own separate packaging as well, so for the completionist 50p collector there's a fair few varieties to add to your collection here. In addition to the brilliant uncirculated coins, there were also 4,000 silver proof variants, again with the colour, 1,250 silver PA foot coins. Now a silver PA foot coin is one that is double the thickness of a standard silver proof, giving you a bit more silver in your coin. And there were 250 gold proofs as well for those gold coin collectors among us. This brilliant uncirculating coin is also the Royal Mint Experience latest Strike Your Own coin too. Now a Strike Your Own can only be obtained by going to the Royal Mint Experience in Llantrisant in South Wales and minting the coin as part of your tour. Now we're also excited to announce that the Britannia Coin Company will be going to the Cardiff City Hall Collectors Fair on the 16th of July as well, so do come along and say hi to us. Later that afternoon we're also going to be going to the Royal Mint Experience to get our own Strike Your Owns, so if you're planning to go on that date as well, do say hi to us there too. The designer of this coin is Natasha Priest, who is part of the Royal Mint design team. She also designed the 2020 Remembrance Day £5 coin in the past as well. She was very conscious with this design, wanting to be able to be inclusive of all athletes and all sports, so the design commemorates more the games itself and the city of Birmingham where it's going to be held. The V-shapes which comprise the Commonwealth Games Federation seal are also textured. They're textured to represent a running track, and the intensity of the texture is different on each of the V's to signifying the varying colours of them. The circular pattern to the top of the coin is a nod to the Library of Birmingham, which has a similar design on the outside of the building and is also the place where the countdown clock to the Commonwealth Games was. At the time of making this video, we haven't got the answer to the big question that coin collectors really want to know the answer to. Will this coin circulate or will it not? Given the previous releases, it's safe to assume that it probably won't circulate, but we've all got our fingers crossed and will be pleasantly surprised if it does end up being circulated. This isn't the first time the Commonwealth Games has featured on our coinage though, so let's look at some of the past ones. We'll start in 1986 with the single metal £2 coin, the first £2 coin to be minted. The coin was designed by Norman Silman, who also designed a number of the old round pound coins as well. The coin features a thistle of Scotland, the official national flower of Scotland, and the St Andrew's cross behind. This coin was issued to mark the 13th Commonwealth Games, which was held in Edinburgh, and was the second time that this city has hosted the Games, previously having been held there in 1970. There were 27 participating nations with 161 events. The Commonwealth Games began in 1930, although at the time was called the British Empire Games, which had 11 countries entering over 59 events. Now this coin did circulate as well, with just over 8.2 million entering circulation, and they were of a nickel brass composition. We then move on to an incredibly popular set, which was released in 2002, with 4 £2 coins. Much like today's launch, each of these represented one of the 4 constituent parts of the UK, with the flag for each nation pictured and a different colour ribbon on the colourised silver PA foot version. This first coin is Scotland and was the most common in circulation, but there were still just under 772,000 minted, which is a really low mintage figure for a circulating coin. Next up is England, whereby there were just over 650,000 minted and circulated. The design was created by Matthew Bonacorsi, depicting a moving figure and a ribbon stylized to look like a running track to the top. The second rarest was the Wales variant with just over 588,000, which were made and put into the wild. These coins were released to mark the 17th Commonwealth Games, which were held in Manchester, with 72 nations competing over 281 events. Prior to the 2012 Olympic Games, this was the largest sporting event held in the UK. The rarest and the holy grail of UK £2 coin collecting is this one. You have to look closely to see that this flag is different from the England flag, with the red hand of Ulster in the cross, which can sometimes be hard to tell, especially if a coin has been battered after 20 years in circulation. There were only just over 485,000 minted and put into circulation, and there hasn't been a rarer circulating £2 coin since. We return to the 50 pence for 2014's Commonwealth Games commemorative coin. This coin was designed by Alex Loudon and Dan Flashman. The latter of the two went on to design the 2017 World War I aviation £2 coin. On this design you can see a cyclist and a runner separated by the saltire, which is a nod to Scotland, as this time the Commonwealth Games were held in Glasgow. This was the 20th Commonwealth Games with 71 nations participating and 261 events. This was a fairly common find in your change, with a total of 6.5 million minted to be put into circulation. This wasn't the only sporting coin we got this year, as earlier on in 2022, to mark the 150th anniversary of the first FA Cup final, the Royal Mint released this coin. Now this is a silver-proof version of this £2 coin, of which 3,750 were minted, and sadly none went into circulation. It was designed by Matthew Dent and Christian Davies, who were behind the 2020 James Bond £5 coins and the 75th anniversary of the end of the Second World War £5 coin too. The coin features the FA Cup with the inscription celebrating 150 years of the FA Cup. If you look closely at the trophy, you can see that it also says the Football Association Challenge Cup. To either side are ribbons which show the dates of the first and most recent season. Well, there we have a look at some fascinating Commonwealth Games coins over a number of different denominations too, which is quite interesting. Do let me know down in the comments which is your favourite Commonwealth Games coins. Personally, I lean towards this year's release. I really like that subtle element of colour in the colourised bunk and also the silver proofs too. But you can't beat the feeling of finding a Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland too. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. It's free to do and means you won't miss out on any of our future uploads. When we reach 4,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing another amazing giveaway, so it's a great time to hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where we post lots of pictures of our coins. We're on Twitter and TikTok. We've got our shop and online store, and there are links in the description to our product offerings related to this video on our website you can check out too. But I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.